And migraines affect 12% of the population, but through a grant, Ole Miss Assistant Professor of Psychology Todd Smitherman hopes to set up techniques that physicians can share with patients to help decrease the frequency and severity of their migraines. Smitherman is here in the studio today to talk to Lindsey Neyman about this grant. Lindsey?
Thank you, Morgan. And thank you, Dr. Smitherman, for coming in and talking to us today. You have to be very excited about your proposal being one of the 7 grants chosen by the Migraine Research Foundation. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're hoping to do with this grant?
Sure, I'd love to. The grant is focused essentially on, it's a treatment study. So what we're interested in doing is trying to compare a list of techniques designed to improve insomnia symptoms with the hopes that that will in turn decrease migraines.
What gave you this idea of the connection between insomnia and migraines?
Well, the insomnia-migraine connection is actually pretty well established. Upwards of 75% or so of people who have chronic migraine, meaning 15 or more days a month with a migraine, will have some significant insomnia. And not only will they have insomnia, but insomnia often serves as a trigger for migraines as well.
Oh, well, out of all of the problems out there, what prompted you to focus on migraines for your proposal?
Yeah, that's a good question. So the agency that's funding this research is the Migraine Research Foundation, and that is obviously the nature of the proposals that they're requesting. But the reason that I got into this area specifically was because there's just not a lot of research being done looking at the psychological factors that are also involved in migraine, and that is essentially what's driving all this.
Can you tell us a little bit about the difference between your average everyday headache and a migraine?
Sure, great question. So when we talk about migraine, we're talking usually about very severe unilateral or occurring on one side of the head, throbbing sort of pain that is often accompanied by nausea, sensitivity to light and sound. And a more traditional headache, what most of you probably experience if you ever have one, is a tension type headache. This is a bilateral, both sides of the head, much less severe sort of headache.
Well, I know we're all hoping that this grant works out and you know, get some improvements to these migraines out there for people. Thank you for coming in there to talk to us today.
My pleasure.